Hi everyone, this is CherryEnchantress, and this is your daily dust for Saturday, November 16th, if you're watching in real time, but it can also be for whenever you stumble upon it. It's also a timeless reading. So Saturday is the big day. It's my birthday, and it is the Enchanted Fairy Nights Festival, starting at 5 o'clock, going until 11. There's going to be Fire Belly Dancer lady. I think I know who it is that's coming because I've seen her before, and she's so amazing. And there is flash tattoos and a whole bunch of other goodies. First 15 people coming in get free purple fairy ears or elf ears. So yeah, and there's a costume contest, so come dressed up. Just, you know, like I feel like dressed up just for the fun of it. It's like a tiny mini Renaissance festival, but, you know, fairy themed. And so, yeah, of course I had to be there, and it's my birthday. Well, my daughter was the one who mentioned this to me, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's it, I'm doing it. I'm gonna put it in my application. And then I got vetted, and I had to do a reading, and they're like, 100% yes. I'm like, yay, okay. So it just all felt like so perfect. I feel a little bit, just the tiniest bit nervous, but anyway, I'm gonna look at my Shadowscapes tarot, which is the very first tarot I ever used on this channel. And it feels nice because I feel like I can see myself in this tarot, so it's a little bit personal, I have to say, but it's also collective as well. So let's take a look at Shadowscapes tarot for this particular day, or if you stumble upon it on this day for whenever you need this message. Also, outer energies like the world at large and post-election drama is something that I've been delving into a little bit as well, and also just your own world. So let's see what comes out. I was thinking that today. I was like, what deck do I feel like represents me more than, you know, other than my own personal decks? Where do I see myself? I've always seen myself in this one. It's another good shuffling deck. It's also a very mysterious kind of deck. It's like, it's got like a lot of hidden symbols. So you kind of have to look at the images a really long time. When I first got it, it's like, it's not the greatest deck for beginners, but you know what? I think any deck is fine for beginners because it stretches the mind, that's all. So let's see what's going on for this day. And it's not just like I didn't shuffle that good, because I'm trying to say it's not just about a day. It could be about a week. It doesn't have to be about November 16th. It could be about something else. You know when you watch it, sometimes you say, oh my God, I just went through that. Or half of it is something you've been through, and the other half of it is telling you what's gonna happen. So that's always a good way to look at it. Okay, let's get 3 cards from the middle. I'm gonna turn down this a little. There she is, there's me! The world, yay! The world is my oyster. The world is your oyster. It's gonna be a great day. It's fulfillment. Look, and there's the full moon. And it's gonna, you know, it's a full moon today, or the 15th, and it's going to be still a full moon on the 16th as well. I love that. Okay, let's see what else. All right, Page of Wands, nice. Page of Wands got this music in the air, fire, passion, festivity, communication, passionate communication. And Nine of Pentacles. Oh, we got the violinist and the pianist. I love that. So, and Pentacles is good news too, because I was thinking to myself, you know, even if I don't make money, I'll be fine. It's just the experience. And so yeah, it'll be good to be a money-making day. All right, so let's see about you. Let's zoom on in and see what we get. The world is so beautiful. It's satisfaction, peace of mind, a successful conclusion. The end is in sight. You're achieving balance, melding and blending to bring together in unison the multitude of songs of life. And the world is a card of realized goals and prosperity. It's a state of completion. That is the same thing as what the full moon is as well. It's a feeling of completion. And so if you've been working on something, this is a satisfying result of all your hard work. And if you have, if you're beginning anything, or if this is the first time for something, I feel like you're not really going to have a feeling of being a novice. You're going to feel like you've done this your whole life. So it's not going to feel scary in that way, but it will feel like beginner's luck. So if you're starting something new and you've never done it before, it's like winning the lottery or playing some kind of game. Like if you're playing amongst friends or whatever, and you're like, oh, I've never played this before, and then you win, like winning a poker game or something like that. And you're like, how do you do 5-card draw? I don't know, like, anyway. But no, beyond the monetary thing and beyond those kinds of successes, it feels like a very joyful spiritual success too for anybody involved. The Page of Wands with her beautiful violin. I just feel, the motion of her body feels so like she's really getting into it. Oh, and it's like fire. So it makes me think of the fire dancers. But it's artistry, you know, it's talent, it's using your voice, using your creative expression, no matter what instrument it is. Whatever part of you that's creative is really going to be coming out. And I feel like the foxes are kind of like fans in a way, and the fairies are like support systems, and it's just this kind of feeling in the air. Yeah. With the pages, there's always this student energy. There's a couple of things to look at when you're looking at the page. You're looking at new, a little bit. Aces are more the new than the pages, but pages can also be new. It's young, like youthful, and it doesn't have to be biological age. It could just be like an inner age, a young energy. But you could be dealing with youth. It could represent school or learning, or being a novice, that kind of thing. But here we have just pure creativity, passion. She is witty, charismatic, outspoken with her philosophy, and action is important. So if you're deciding whether you need to act today or not, then the answer is yes, do it. Just do it. Just go for it. That's so funny because a recent What's Next in Your Love Life reading that I had, I ended with just go for it, or go for it. And so the Nine of Pentacles is more creativity and abundance coming through. And this is what I always call the Sitting Pretty card. So the Sitting Pretty card is like being like in a luxurious environment, being surrounded by, it's like the mini Empress. It's also kind of an entrepreneur spirit and wishes coming true. This is also the balance of material and spiritual, which is really good for me personally, because even though I would like to make a little money, I don't want to lose sight of the fact that for me, this is really the main idea, is that it's a spiritual endeavor, right? But to be rewarded in a monetary way is a wonderful feeling as well. So a nice marriage between the two, which is just perfect. It is material well-being and also discipline to get it. So you implement a lot of things, put a lot of things in place in order to maintain a nice inflow for you on this particular day. Or this could be just, it could be a series of days. It could be like, I see it sort of, sometimes I see these readings sort of as like transits, like in astrology. When you look up your sign and you can see what is your transit for the day, or what's your astrology for a particular day. And sometimes a planet will move very fast through your particular day, or sometimes it'll say something like for many weeks, or for this is a transit that will be affecting you for many days or many weeks. So it could be something like that's going on here too, that your money sector is really balancing, changing, balancing with spiritual, and changing in the way that it's that you're going to keep attaining it, but you also have to be consistent with the way you implemented all the parts to your job or whatever you plan on doing. But this supermoon, I think, is going to be a very strong effect in your creativity and your money sector. For the majority of you that are watching. Now, specifically though, you should check your chart to see how this full moon affects you personally. It would be kind of a cool thing to do, or reach out to an astrologer or something like that, or just see like your sign. You know, sometimes you can just look at your sun sign to see how does the full moon in Taurus affect Scorpios or something like that, you know. So this is also an appreciation of the wealth that you already have, an appreciation of wealth that's beyond just money. Like, there's wealth in having a beautiful, abundant environment with lots of friends, creativity, people coming together in a joyful way, people who love fairies. It's gonna be so nice. Sometimes I think of it as kind of coming home, like, you know, when you are sort of on the fringe in your way of being, your beliefs or your job or whatever it is. If you're part of a community that they all are like you, it's just like, whoa, okay, this is what it's supposed to feel like when you're home, when you're with like-minded people, and this is what you want to keep forever. Sometimes, you know, you want, but then you go back. It's kind of a, I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like a fairy tale almost. Like, eventually though, I feel like your world, you know, your daily grind can match together with this beautiful fantasy, kindred, creative place. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It doesn't have to be the kindred creative place is just a hobby or an afterthought or an accident or a treat or something. It can be your world if you know, you will find a way if you want it. So that's how you're, you know, I feel like that's the environment that you can always have around you if you want it. But you know what? Sometimes that intensity of that beauty can get, you know, you can get too used to it. So it is kind of nice to have a contrast sometimes, like the regular daily grind and then this amazing. And that's why we go to festivals and events, because it's almost like, it's like a treat, a surprise. It's like a burst of joy after just a regular kind of cycled week, you know. So yeah, and also for those of you, you know, who will be coming or are doing other kinds of fun things on the weekend, I know for a lot of people it looks like really lovely weather, especially us in Houston, Texas. The weather's been kind of unusually hot for fall, which, I mean, in Houston nothing is unusual when it comes to the weather, but now we're finally getting a few little cool breezes here and there, and so that that will be nice to have, like a beautiful weather too, beautiful environment, nice day, and into the night. Yeah. And a lot of illumination. Okay, so it's not going to be dark. It'll be very bright, and there'll be a lot of lights, fairy lights and music and dancing and happy small creatures, happy children, happy fairies. If you notice real carefully what I'm talking about when it comes to, like, these cards have a lot of, like, details that you can't see. Like, you see these, like, little gnomes running through. I love shadowscapes because of all these, like, the shells and all these tiny little details, you know. And the movement of this tree is just like, it's so, like, lyrical almost. It's so pretty. So, yep, there you go. What a beautiful day. I love, look at this one, has all these shells. It's like money grows on trees. Literally. Money's growing on trees for you this day. Have you ever, my dad would always say, money doesn't grow on trees. I'm like, maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll see that phenomenon. It's like a piano's growing out of a tree. And this beautiful stained glass, like, feels like artistry. All right, you guys, that's enough of that, I guess. But I'm very thrilled and happy that this spread turned out so nicely for my special day. Yeah, and I hope you have a lovely special day as well. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you, Naira, and Edwin's mom, and other people. Anyway, so have a nice birthday. Okay. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.